Okay, we have John for 3T15, Risk with Horses Assessment. Now, John, you're going to catch and lead this horse. What considerations do you need to give to where the horse is kept, its level of training, its height and size, your capabilities as a handler and the habits of this horse? So why have you chosen this horse in regards to those areas?
Well, to start, I consider my own risk. I've appropriately dressed with a long sleeve shirt, long pants, enclosed boots. I have sunscreen on. I've selected this horse in this yard here. He's the appropriate size for me. It's approximately 15.2 hands. He's in a secure flat yard that is not wet and slippery. Now, when approaching him, I'll approach him with caution on his left hand side. And I know this horse has the right temperament for my capabilities. I'm a beginner to a moderate rider. I know he's been handled quite a lot and is a quite horse to handle. So now I'll go to the yard and catch him.
Now, John's just taking into consideration our H&S policies. As you can see, he's gone in the gate, but he's just secured it after him. He does have the head stall and lead there, and it's not tangled at all. Now, the horse is over here behind the tree, but John is moving around to approach him on his near side, just taking caution, waiting till the horse sees him. Once again, just making sure that he doesn't give that horse a fright. Just letting him know he's there, giving him a pat on the shoulder. Okay, so he's just putting the lead around his neck to secure him. Oh, well, he will. Now the horse has walked away, so John's just going to walk back around into his line of sight. Once again, just letting him know he's there, giving him a pat on the shoulder. Just going to secure him by putting the lead around his neck. Getting him to lift his head up, putting the head stall on. Now John just will also check the fit of the noseband, so he's not going to do it up too tight so that the noseband doesn't sit too high or it doesn't sit too low. And as you can see, John's staying on his side rather than going in front of him where he could get injured if the horse lifted his head up. Okay, he's just checking the buckles for fit. Okay, now he's just leading him, keeping his lead gathered off the ground. Okay, now this gate does only open one way, so what John will need to do is to just ask the horse to stand. Once he opens it, he will need to ask the horse to back up. And this is taking into consideration the horse's level of training as well. Okay, so John's just going to turn the horse around and secure the gate. So giving him plenty of room to turn around. Just giving him verbal aids as well. There is no other horses in the yard, but we're just maintaining all the yards are secured, just as a precaution. Okay, so now John's going to go down here and tie him up. How are you going to tie him up, John?
I'm going to use a piece of baling twine to the loop that's on the fence, and I will use a slip knot with the lead in case he does break away.
Okay. And why do we do that?
So the horse will not injure himself, he does pull back and wants to lead.
As you can see, John's just tied the horse up using a quick release knot attached to a piece of baling twine on a post. Okay. Just checking the cleanliness of the saddle pad. As you can see, John's tied the horse up with a quick release knot. and he's groomed him already. Just checking the stirrups for grip, the length of the stirrups for John. It's going around the other side there. Doing the same, checking the stirrups for grip. Just inspecting the girth for the breakages or anywhere or tear in the stitching or in the leather or in the buckles. John's remaining safe as he keeps his hand on the horse's rump to move around, and he's just checking that the saddle fits alright, that the gullet and the rear of the saddle isn't sitting down too far on the horse's back. Just make sure it's comfortable for the horse, and he's just going to do the buckles up, just a couple of holes, and then he'll come back and adjust it a bit more so that we're not just yanking the girth up on the horse. And John's also made sure, as you can see, that the saddle pad is underneath the saddle. Now John does have enclosed footwear, boots on, long sleeve shirt and trousers. He also has sunscreen on. He's just inspecting the bit for cleanliness and the bridle for any breakages or wear and tear on the buckles. He's putting the cheek strap in the keeper as well. Just going slowly, letting the horse open his mouth. He's just attaching the brow band now. This bridle doesn't have cheek straps, it's just got a brow band which attaches to his headstall. Would you like to move the brow band up just a little bit, just so it sits just above that? Yep, that's it. Good job. So he's checked all the buckles for breakages and damages. Once again, he's just checking the fit of the saddle. He's going to just work the girth up just a little bit more. Once again, just taking in mind the comfort of the horse. Okay, so here John's just checking the tension of the girth. Just checking the fit of the saddle once more, making sure that it's straight and not crooked. And he's checked all the buckles for breakages, he's inspected the bit for cleanliness. So he just has to attach his reins. He's checked the stirrup irons for tread, and he's checked the saddle's fit for him as he's checked his stirrups, stirrup length. Now he's just placing the reins on the horse, just making sure the little leg on the clip is on the outside so that it's not digging into his cheekbones, making sure the reins aren't twisted, working his way around to the other side. Hooking up the reins here now. Okay. So now he's just going over and just doing another check, just making sure all the equipment's appropriately adjusted for the horse. And so we're ready to go.